here to put the best in each of our residents. And it's like a holistic approach, but person-centered.
We make a difference, we bring joy, and we add spark.
It's about advocating for others. It's such a privilege and an honor.
What you can do for them, being able to communicate. It's about making sure that people feel valued.
Creating meaningful connections and enhancing quality of life.
Our magic lies in connecting with others and letting them know they're never too late.
We are called to understand. We spread aroha, we spread love.
We see the best in people.
We make dreams happen.
We are the ambassadors of passion and purpose.
We are hard workers.
We are meaning makers.
Kia ora, good evening everyone. How is your Monday? How has your Monday been? Kia ora, Estefano, and welcome again to tonight's Korero live session with a very, very important person. Well, a very, very special one that will be that will be talking to us about a very important topic as we build up to our opportunities for next year as well. But before that, I would just like to say hi everyone and welcome once again to our Korero Live. So this is a space for us to just continue to talk about the important things that we do as diversional and recreational therapists. So if this is your first time to join us, well, this is just a very casual conversation and a very casual space for us to continue to wave our flag and raise our banner with the important mahi that we do. So please do drop a comment in the comment section right now if you're joining us live so that we can give a shout out to you and we can make the world a smaller place because of our connection. All right, but as we proceed, you probably already know that becoming a registered diversional and recreational therapist is more than just a title if you are here, right? It's a professional milestone. And with our Christchurch 2026 conference coming up on the horizon, now is the perfect time to prepare. So tonight, we are joined by someone who knows the inside and out of our registration process. Our national registrar, Yuri. He is here to help us unpack why and how our registration is very important and how the registration board is actively simplifying the process to make it easier and more meaningful for all of our members and our registered diversional and recreational therapists in Aotearoa. So thank you so much for your time, Yuri. I know you have a important function or engagement tonight, but thank you for your time to be here. How was your Monday?
Pretty normal, which is good. But yes, thank you, AJ. Yes. So I just want to say good evening to everybody, and for today's podcast, we want to talk about a few little things about registration. And as the national registrar, we have a common question that we hear all the time. It's people always say, I want to register, but they don't know where to start. Where to start is the most common question. And as AG said earlier, which is a very good news, the registration board is working really hard to simplify the process, to provide clear support and ensure that our members don't feel lost in the paperwork of registration. Yes, our main goal is to make the process more accessible, easier to achieve, and more empowering, not just overwhelming. And it is an overwhelming process, but we want to make it more suitable for everybody.
Amazing. And thank you so much for really saying that we are making it accessible, because as I always highlight, that us in the executive team, we are not gatekeepers of our competency in our profession, the qualification.
That's
We
right.
are actually gate openers. We are actually the ones that are actually promoting the profession and promoting the qualification. So we are not here to fault anyone, we are not here to make it hard for anyone, but we're actually here to support that more and more registered therapeutic recreational specialists will be present in Aotearoa, because that is what the world needs. That's what we believe in. That's what the world needs right now. Communicators, storytellers, and all that. Right. So before we continue, Yuri, let's go to our chat box and just, yeah, if you're joining us live, flick a comment and where you are listening from and how is your day looking like right now. How is your Monday? How's the beginning of your week? We are actually joined by a former, or our previous registrar as well, Elisha Colleen. Kia ora, Colleen. How are
Hello.
you? And I hope that you are taking care of yourself and your beautiful family. We also have Annalise Stain. Hi, Annalise. Annalise will be representing us in the in a parliament function soon. So thank you so much, Annalise, for doing that. And also Deepa Chetty, ready, who is always waving the flag of the important work that we do. How are you, Deepa? And we wish you really well and all the best of luck for your research. Thesis paper that you are working on. And Yuri, before we continue, and I hope that she is not here right now, as she should be enjoying herself. Today is a very special day for our society, because our mother hen, one of our leaders, is actually celebrating her birthday, her 18th birthday today. Orquídea Tamayo Mortera is celebrating her 18th birthday. So if you haven't greeted her yet, please do go to her page and flood it with love and positivity. But from all of us, Orquídea, happy birthday, and long live the orchid. Long may your flower continue to blossom, as you continue to inspire the world with the work that you do. So thank you so much. So for those joining us live, please continue to drop in the comment section. It makes us feel that we're just talking to everyone in the lounge.
That's right.
Right. So Yuri, I think let's start with the foundation. Let's start with the why. And I think that that's always important for us to understand always why we do things, by understanding our why. So why do we register? What does it mean in real terms for us as diversional and recreational therapy professionals to become national registered?
Well, that's actually a really great question. So becoming registered DRT, it opens a lot of doors. First of all, it validates your skill as a DRT. It validates your skills, your training, and your experience. It gives you professional recognitions within the aged care and allied health, so outside of aged care as well. It adds credibility to your advocating for your role, connects you to our national standards of practice and code of ethics, and supports your portability if you move jobs or regions or even countries now, as we have partnerships with different countries.
That is absolutely beautiful. Right. And if I may add, for our wider field, it actually helps lift the profile of diversional and recreational therapy nationally. When more of us are registered, it signals to funders, facility, and policy makers that this is serious, skilled, and recognized profession. And we know, and we, have a lot of personal stories about that our profession are sometimes deemed unnecessary, not life, not a necessity in life, but something nice to have. It's nice to have. It's nice to have your leisure and recreation, but it's not really a necessity, which is wrong, right? But in order for us to be recognized, we need to also commit to our professional growth and to commit to, showing these important stakeholders, how our profession is and how important it is. And one way of doing that is to get our qualification and to get our professional standards up there, right? Yuri, last week we had a very good session with you as well online, giving that
Yes.
opportunity for a lot of aspiring qualified recreational therapists to become registered, and as well as a face-to-face one here in Auckland. It was a really inspiring. What were your thoughts after that day? It was a full day for you, and thank you for doing that for our society.
I think, well, I think it's a very good thing that we did the session. It's good that people ask questions as well, because that way we know where we need to focus on.
Right.
Where people are often gets confused, and I think it's a good session to help people as well to register and to tackle it as one. You may have questions that you won't think of that others will think of during the session, but it'll be good to hear. So I think it was a good session, and
Absolutely.
yeah,
And agree that those honest questions actually are the ones that, make us learn as well. And
yeah,
those, being candid and just being very open. And one of my greatest takeaway from that, Yuri, if I would just like to share it with you, I don't know if I have shared it during that day, but one of the highlight that I was able to take away from those session is, um when someone asks, do I really need to register? Would registration mean that I would level up, get a promotion, have pay rise, so those are very common questions. And
yeah.
I love how put it, and we were able to frame it up like this, that actually, to be really honest, it's not a requirement. Nobody is requiring us to register. So it's really our personal, professional decision to step up and push our qualification, our competency, if you can say that, and
That's right.
switching it, that actually it is our community, the community of diversional recreational therapists who always seem to be swept under the rug and be hidden in plain sight, that actually needs our passionate recreational therapists to step up, because when doing that, we as a individual as very weak, we're almost irrelevant, but together we are strong. So I think that's the future, and investing on the future of our profession. Don't you agree?
Yes, I think so. It's putting it out of the box that we're just the people that runs the bingo or sings
Mm,
karaoke. It's about protecting our role and investing in our future. Giving more confidence to our employers, to our residents, and to their families as well. It's sort of our responsibility, um, well, to ourselves as in our profession, to uphold the quality and accountability of our practice.
absolutely. Absolutely. All right. So you've talked about the exciting changes that is happening in our registration process, Yuri. What is changing? What is the simplification that we are seeing? And, why is this important?
Yes. Well, the most common feedback that we've heard is that the process is confusing. It's long. It's asking for a lot of forms, a lot of documents. So moving forward, we want to make it more simple for people. Um, we want to highlight um, our profession more in the form. So we want people. We want to remove unnecessary duplications and the paperwork that we ask for during the registration process. And like we did last week, actually had a look at the email. There's a few people wanting to do the session that they've missed the session, they want to do it. So we might offer another session like that. And then yeah, so we were working on an application form that is clearer and definitely easier to navigate for everybody. Make your life simpler, make our life simpler. So yeah, so I think that will be a good step forward.
Absolutely. Amazing. Yes. And I'd like to highlight that indeed, this is these important changes and evolution, if I may, am I say, in the process, is for us to continue to improve because we are here to support members to tell their story. We're not here to catch people out and to, screen people and say, up, you're not qualified. But we're actually here to support you, get that evidences, to say that you are indeed working above standards, but it
That's
has to
right.
be backed up by evidence, but not just the evidence, but also backed up by genuine work and backed up by heart.
That's right. Yes. So yeah, so and I want to reassure you, me and the registration board, we're available throughout the process of registration. It's not a submit and wait situation. We want you to ask questions. We want you to reach out, and of course, to prepare well ahead of time for our Christchurch conference next year, where we're going to have our graduation. Yeah.
Kapay. Yeah. And in saying that, I'd like to highlight again what Yuri had said, that for those who missed the session but wanted to register next year for the conference, and you have some questions, please email Yuri so that he can put you on the list, so that the next time that there is a session that is available, you will be the first to find out. All right. So please communicate. So communication is really key. Let's go to our comment section first before we continue with our discussion, Yuri. We have Marilu Madroniero. Kiora. Kiora, Marilu.
Wow.
Hope that Monday is treating you well, as well as Marisa Jane Legaspino. Kiora, watching from the shore. Ooh, how is the shore right now, Marisa? It's nice that you are home and you're restful today. So I like that you talked about Christchurch 2026 already, and having that in mind when we are preparing for the influx again of registration. Because yes, in the conference we have a time that we really celebrate this important milestone in the professional life of our members and for those that have qualified. As a matter of fact, I have shared a photo from with our tech team. If you're able to share that photo with everyone, just for inspiration and for everyone to look forward, to um uh, yep, it's uploading now. This is actually a photo of last year's conference where we have gathered and celebrated. There you go. Yeah, the graduation of, I think this is 30 newly registered, national registered diversional recreational therapists. So we have that on the conferences. So next year we will have another one of that celebration in Christchurch. So
Yes, and
it's
it's
very, very exciting.
yes, and it's actually a really good goal to have to register.
Absolutely. Yeah. So, but we know that that is a goal, and in each goal we have to, in order for us to make it happen, we have to create steps or actionable steps for us to achieve that goal. So let's talk timelines, Yuri. If you're
Mhm.
thinking of becoming conferred as a registered therapist and a registered specialist at our 2026 conference, when and how should you start?
To answer it simply, you should start now. There's no better time than now. If you want to register, just send me an email. I'll let you know all of what you need. But even if you don't want to start applying until next year, What you can do for the meantime is you can gather your continuous professional development records. That's your seminars, your workshops, your conferences that you've attended. Reflect on your practice. Why are you aiming for registration? Talk to your employer, for a reference, to register or to support you for registration. You can also join a support group that's close to you. A lot of our registered members join support groups as well. You can talk to them, ask them questions, why to register, how was the process for them. So
Mm.
yes, and we will also the near future will drop in Q&A sessions about registration. We'll send you email templates to send your employers, and we'll have guides available soon as well, and hopefully the new forms as well.
Kapay. And those guide sessions are just really, really important. So watch out for it. And I agree with what you've said, Yuri, that, sometimes it is a little bit intimidating if you look
That's
at
right.
the requirements and you read it on paper. But actually, if you've talked to a human, if you've talked to a person and you would just say that actually this is just the process, this is how I did it, and this is how, it makes it more relatable and achievable. So
Absolutely.
really very good tip to reach out to someone who has just registered, join a support group with lots of registered members that can help you, normalize the process. So i
That's
i believe tonight is not just another information session from our registrar, but it's actually an invitation for us to start our journey towards becoming recognized at the Christchurch conference next year. And as I have said, for
fantastic.
those that are registered, even, we really appreciate that times are tough right now and life is not cheap. Life is expensive right now. So you can just imagine conference in Christchurch 2026 is going to be a steep climb, financially, but with preparation, with correct preparation, setting it as a goal, and even starting as early as now, as Yuri said, that there's no better time to start but now. It is achievable. If you can dream it, if you can set this as a goal, you can do it as long as you start and begin with the first step. So let's I think the final step that we have to just really push there and put it out there, Yuri, is to normalize this. Say this, normalize this process.
Yeah. Well, registration, as you've mentioned earlier, it's not a requirement.
Mm,
Um, but saying that, registration is a step up as well. But
absolutely.
in our profession, but it shouldn't feel like an elite process. It should
Mm,
feel normal, or it should feel celebrated or expected in the best way. And I just want to say that we are not here um, to exclude anyone.
absolutely.
Our goal is to encourage and to support everyone to register. Yes,
100%. And as you've mentioned, sometimes, although it is not a guarantee, I mean, not a guarantee, it's not a requirement, not a guarantee, but I agree with you, Yuri. It is a step up. And I can say that, personally, my registration story, if I haven't been registered, I don't think that I would be able to enjoy the opportunities that I have encountered in the last years that I am registered. I wouldn't be able to qualify in some managerial positions without that backup, without that evidence that I am actually really putting my professional standards in practice, and putting myself leveling up myself through these processes. So it is there, the opportunity is there. All you need to do is just really take it into heart and grab the opportunity with both hands. You do not need to wait until you feel perfect, because we are here to support you and guide you to become a better version of yourself than you were yesterday, right? And that's the goal. The goal is not perfection, the goal is just to become better and continuously improve.
that's right. Yes, you don't have to be perfect. you know, just take the first step and we'll
Mm.
walk the rest with you.
Ah, Pai, that's beautiful. Right. So I think we are at the end of the Korero and our discussion again tonight. And this is gonna be available on our YouTube channel, on our playlist, and for those of you that are watching and you feel that a team member of yours can benefit from listening about this registration process, please feel free to share this with them, and let's share this widely, not wildly.
Well,
Yeah, but going back to our comment section, we are saying hello to the beautiful Christine Esteliore. Good evening to you there. Hope you're taking care of yourself. Marisa is saying, yay, exciting. Rachel Manuta is saying, hello from Tawa. Hello, Tawa. We hope you're good there. Edgardo Cababongan Jr. is giving a shout out to his buddies Kent and Mark. Hi there. And Cesar Oliver Basilio is saying, hello, Yuri. Oh, you have a fan there, Yuri. Giving you a shout out. Estelita Malikdem saying, good evening, everyone. Hi, Estelita. We hope you are amazing there. Deepa is saying, awesome job, Yuri. Great to hear all these upcoming changes for the new registration. Can you talk about newly qualified DRTs, what they need to register first for?
that's a
Newly
really good
qualified.
question, actually.
Go for it.
Well, the main ones that you need at the moment is to make sure that you have your hours. You would need 3,000 hours to register. If you're working full time, that's around a year and a half of you working full time. If you've been working full time a year and a half, that's more than enough. And that you have been a member of the society for at least 1 year. So I think that's what
Absolutely.
it is to qualify.
That's amazing. Yes. And yeah, so as your treasurer, yeah, very good reminder that you need to be a member. That's one requirement. A member, at least a member for a year. But if you are not yet a member for a year and you are planning to graduate in Christchurch and the formula doesn't seem to match, please reach out, because there are always ways in order to prove evidence of your commitment and prove evidence of that. And you will only find out if you will ask, right? So thank you for that wonderful question, Deepa. Summit is saying hello. I think that's
Hello,
hello.
Sonia.
And can you hear the can you see the chat box, Yuri? And
Yes,
there's another fan of yours that are reaching out. Do you know? Can you? I'll give it to you to venture in pronouncing the name.
it's Alkir and Nadine.
Oh, Alkir is saying Yuri Pogi.
I have a lot of fans.
Yeah, thank you so much for joining us tonight. It was once again another meaningful and wonderful discussion in Korero. But before we say our thanks and goodbyes and final reminders, let's wrap up and let's do our final reflections and takeaway. Yuri, I'll start with mine, and I think again, I'll go back to preparation. Starting early, asking questions, reflecting often. That's the first step. That's the best time to start is now, and that's the first thing that you just have to do. So once you do that, you will help us build a culture where registration is not actually scary, or it's not just actually for the few, but it's actually for all of diversional recreational therapists in Aotearoa, and it is an empowering process. And I think that that's my greatest takeaway and my greatest reflection for tonight.
Yes. Thank you, Adrian. For me, just to add on to that, don't feel scared if you're unsure of something. Just send an email. Ask questions as much as you want. Um, yeah, so just ask questions. Whatever you're unsure of, we'll be here to support you. And yes, and I hope we'll see a lot of you in our conference next year in
Mm,
Christchurch, ready to be recognized and celebrated.
absolutely. Kapay. Marilu is having a final question there. What happens if I finish all my module but I have less than a year of membership? Marilu, please email me at treasurer@diversionaltherapy.net.nz. My email is in the website as well, so you can visit the website, go to the contact section and look for my email and send me an email so I can properly look into your account or look into your records and give you the options available. But I will tell you the short answer to that question. There are options. There will be a solution or a way forward for that circumstance. So please do email me. And if you have any questions with the registration process, or if you need help for that first step, please email our registration board by emailing our registrar, Yuri, at dtregistrar@diversionaltherapy.net.nz. His email is also on our website. Anna Gosen saying, fantastic. Anna is eager to register. We are eager to help Anna register. Kapay. So nga mihi for joining us tonight, everyone. Reminder that tomorrow is the International or the World Allied Health Professionals Day. So let us celebrate because we are also part of the allied health system or allied health professionals. There was a email that was sent out to all the members. Please, if you can disseminate and you can help circulate the banner and the information about tomorrow's celebration. And if you have time as well, and if you have access to Orquídea, greet her a happy birthday. Today is her birthday, and she is very happy to announce that because she likes to celebrate her birthday as well. She celebrated it actually 2 months earlier during our conference. Yeah, and there are a lot of opportunities that was sent in the email as well and available on our website. So please, let's continue to raise our flag. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, you are valued. Your work, your mahi matters, and your voice belongs in the register of those leading therapeutic recreation in Aotearoa. So until next time, kia kaha, kia maya, kia manawanui. Thank you very much, Yuri, for joining us tonight. You guys have a great week ahead. See you all and take care of yourself. Happy Allied Health Professionals Day tomorrow. Thanks, everyone. Have a great week. Thanks, Yuri. Enjoy your night.
I'll go for a swim there.